super. Keeps a lot of the same strengths that he had from the first game. He's got obviously the combos off his trade are really ridiculous.
I think they look really sick between you and me, but here we go, Firestorm actually gets woken up, and here we go, Flash doesn't actually get the confirm either. The thing with Flash that I find really interesting, right, is that he's supposed to be the fastest man in the world, yet his movement, like his forward and back walk speed is really slow. He's got a really good, forward and back dash, don't get me wrong, but his actual walk speed is not particularly great. But here we go, can he get the full confirm with the trait? No, decides not to do it, uses the back 3 instead, and just uses that low run as well. I really like this character. I don't fully understand how the stance works, but a brilliant wake up down back 3 coming out from Ghostface. Even though it's not got invincibility, knew it was going to catch him out of the air.
Yeah, definitely does catch him with that low. Confirms out of the level 3 trait there with a launcher.
Really good stuff as well. 330 damage. Really smart air tech coming out from Tana. He's going to get the grab as well. I love the look of this character. Ghostface just waking up as well. That wake up is so good. Tana actually, that move there is actually a dodge similar to the one Catwoman uses, but just goes for an overhead. Ghost Police trying to use his own stuff. Once again goes to the cancels, but Ghostface not having any of that. Uses that super fast fiber once again. Just trying to keep him out as well, and that is going to be Ghostface taking a very decisive game number 1. Does actually still have his first health bar as well, but really solid stuff coming out from Ghostface. How can Tana make the adjustment, Mario?
He's playing in a really interesting way because he's using what you could say there, where he runs in really fast and does a attack of sorts. That's the running man stance that Flash has, and it's in some ways it's pretty risky to use that. He can low profile some projectiles using it, but I believe some options off it are unsafe, so he has to be really careful with using it. I'm not really sure what else he can do. I mean, Ghost Police just played that well. Like you said, lively zoning. It's been a constant thing in the tournament today.
Yeah, definitely. Also, to the people in chat, I will actually be collaborating with GameStar over the coming week, and I'll be putting together a set of rules as well. I'll be talking with multiple players of the FGC to make sure it is all fair. We apologize once again to Sagat about all of this, but it was just necessary because we can't have smurfing. Even though smurfing, luckily for us, isn't a massive thing in the FGC, it's still something we need to avoid. So yeah, apologies about that, but it's just a law and has to be made. But back in the game, Tana's actually making the adjustment. Fantastic use of the meter burn forward 3. He's going to get the full combo. Goes for the mix up as well. Was he going to go to either side, but just a fantastic back grab coming out from Ghostface. Good reaction from Tana there, able to block the meter burn forward 3. Going for pressure of his own, goes from the running man stance as well. And let's just see how he works out. Fantastic use of the parry. Doesn't really like parry in such a way, but is able to dodge out attacks. And once again, he goes for the running man into the full on pressure, and that is going to be Tana taking a decisive first round. Ghost Police a little bit flustered there, but again, just something needs to do, and a fantastic use of that parry again coming out from Tana, making a good adjustment. How he does get tagged with that overhead. Ghost Police goes for that low flame as well, and let's just see how he plays this out. I'm really liking Tana's use of that running man with the pressure there. What do you think, Mario?
He's being a lot more calculated with how he's using the running man stance now than I feel like he was in the first game. Here comes the clash from Ghost Police.
Yeah, and that was really smart stuff coming out from Tana. Once again, baiting out that wake up with just the meter burn forward 3. Just something that a lot of players do use a lot of, but sometimes not optimally. Meter burn forward and back 3s are kind of like how armor worked at MKX, and so it's really important that you use them at the correct times. If you make a read on a single move, maybe a throw, maybe a special move, it's really important to just try and use those meter burn back from forward 3s, because the combos you get off them are generally pretty good. And that's Ghostface trying to take a throw there, but does actually get caught for it. Manages to use a stand 1 to catch Tana out. Tana trying to make a read on those fireballs, but he's just going to run straight into that meter burn fireball. Really good stuff from Ghostface, keeping his composure. A little bit of a life deficit, but can he make the comeback?
It's dangerous now. Ghostface got his level 3 trade up. He's tossing those fireballs, looking for that overhead launcher. Oh, nice punish.
Does actually use a really smart air tech coming from Ghostface, trying to make this comeback happen. Doesn't actually have a lot of resources to do it with, but manages to somehow throw him out of that run pressure. Not sure why that happened. Throws a trash can at him. You can see the Flash sitting on 4 bars. Actually managed to run through that projectile and just managed to tag with the overhead as well. Tried to go reverse as well. Goes for the EX reversal, and he's going to get the full meter burn. Can he get a full combo from this? No, he's going to go for unclashable. Really smart stuff. Now just going to try to play that full screen again. Does actually use the super, but his block. No punish coming out from Ghost Police. However, it's going to take the full combo. Drops the ender. However, a fantastic overhead coming out from Tana. Uses that raw trait to steal the deal, and that is going to be Tana taking the second game. Really smart stuff coming out from Tana to save that trait for such a situation. It's so difficult to deal with that slow speed.
I was wondering when we were going to see Tana using the Speed Force trait there from Flash and using it to great effect to take that game. That was such a sick ending, the way he slid in under that low fire beam that Firestorm has, and then converting off of it. That was so sick. 1-1, I believe. Yes.
Yes, it is 1-1.
Fighters approaching Atlantis. Begin.
Alright. Kind of just getting things started with his pressure now, trying to go for those 50-50s with the overhead. Flash's 1-2s do hit low, so he does have a 50-50 into his overhead launching string here, and we get a nice combo off the trait. Oh, and look at this ender with the spinning fist there.
I love that move, and just like that, you can see Tana with a massive adjustment, just pressuring Ghost Police to no end. Does actually take him with an overhead. Can he make the comeback? It is quite possible with this character. Guessing a couple of times, but that's just going to be with the running man. Able to take out that first life bar, and Tana with a huge adjustment.
Absolutely, he does get the confirm off of the low there, and it's going to do a nice side switch combo to push him back towards the corner.
Yeah, but here we go, just Ghostface trying to make the comeback, uses to spin the meter burn and uses the back forward 3 as well. Just a running man, just actually get blocked, it recovers in time, tries to go for a whiff punish with that overhead and just goes for the air grab, but it really starts stuff coming out from Tana. Is he going to go for the full combo? Goes for the forward 3 into the back 3. I love the look of this character's normals. I think they look so fancy, as well as that run, flame punch, what was it called? Sorry, the fist. Here we go, into the full trait combo, a little bit of lag coming out, able to drop the combo. But still manages to tag him on the other side as well. Ghost Police choosing not to clash as well. Let's see what comes out from here. Wonder Chief, thank you so much for joining the chat, man. And that is going to be it. Tana is going to take this to the 3rd game, leading it 2-1.
Yeah, Black Manta. Yeah, Tana not even losing his first health bar there. Pretty dominant game. You see the shift over the course of these games so far from the first game where Ghost Police took it pretty handily, and now Tana is just getting in there and just mixing him. Will we see a character switch from Ghost Police? He's played Firestorm all night, so...
I can't imagine him moving off of Firestorm, though. I feel like... It's a good pick. He just needs to make some smarter reads on some of these meter burn forward and back 3s. However, he is hovering Superman at the moment. I know Wonder Chief would definitely like him to be playing Brainiac, a character that I think looks really sick, but sadly isn't particularly great, but does go back to that Firestorm. Yeah, so I feel like the adjustment needs to be made. It's not, I don't think it's a character thing. He's just, I love the Flash. Like, I wish Flash was slightly better in this game because he looks so awesome. But, yeah, I think Ghost Police just needs to maybe wake up a bit more. Maybe try to play the back 1 50-50 game a bit more. You know, back 1 overhead or back 1 low, because it's something that's quite difficult to deal with. But does actually tag him with a meter burn meaty low shot, and he's going to get the full combo. No, actually drops the end and goes for a throw. Really good stuff. The Australian reset coming out here, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, goes for the full on zone. He activates the flame on as well. Goes for the running man. Actually does block as well, but also Tana blocks the overhead. Maybe Ghost Police needs to start going for those lows a little bit more, because he's been conditioning with the overhead all night. So maybe he needs to start going for the low options or something like that. Back 1 into the low, or maybe just going for a raw low sometimes in neutral. So interesting to see how it gets played out here. Tana actually manages to get in. Something that Flash, if he can do, is really difficult to deal with. Actually activates the trade as well. He's going to get the full combo as well. Fantastic air tech coming out from Ghost Police because of the slow. Actually probably took more damage as a result of using that air tech. But it does actually get the full confirm into the corner as well. Deciding not to spend the bar. Fantastic tech coming out from Tana, however. Ghost Police once again getting pressure. It does have a level 3 trade as well. Single bar meter, but does decide to spend it on the meter burn back 3. And Tana, he does get half the confirm, but drops into the combo. Goes for the running man once again, and fantastic stuff using that air back forward 3. 6 frame startup as well. Let's get a little bit of lag, trying to chip him out a little bit, just goes for that, but can't actually parry the back forward 3, and then it's going to be Ghost Police making the adjustment, taking that first round. Oh, but fantastic use of that whiff, not the whiff punish, sorry, but the back 3, sorry, not back 3, I believe it's back 2, but it is an overhead, and it is a little bit laggy, but both players, no one's complained yet, so here we go. Going in for the full combo, and I really like Tana's use of not using trait there. He knew he could get the kill without the trait, so decides to save it for a much more interesting situation. Goes for the running man once again into pressure. Beautiful jump back coming out from Ghost Police. So once again, a little bit of lag, but amazing use of that back forward 3. Back forward 1 meter burn, however, that EX so difficult to deal with. Once again, tags him with the overhead and just needs to start maybe blocking those overheads, Tana, maybe just pressing buttons. You know, that overhead does actually come out quickly, and you are the Flash. You do have a quick normal. However, I don't understand, ladies and gentlemen, why the Flash only has a 7 frame down 1 when the fastest in the game is 6, but whatever. I'm not going to deal with it. Goes for the 50-50 and does actually manage to catch it, and it's going to force the clash out of Ghost Police. Tana playing really well considering how difficult that first match was, Myrick.
He's holding on really well right now. He's been down on life for a little while. He's just dodging around everything that Ghost Police is trying to throw at him so far.
Here we go, Ghost Police. Once again, actually fantastic use of that interact. We're running straight into it. Cancels the running man early, goes in for pressure now, goes for running man pressure. Does actually manage to block the overhead and cancel out, but this is going to be Ghost Police. Is he going to get taken down? He doesn't have the clash, and that is going to be Tana taking the game. Tana beating Ghost Police 3-1. Fantastic stuff from Tana. Ghost Police played really well in that game, but just missed a 50-50. And at the end of the day, a 50-50 is still a 50-50.
I don't know what happened there with that running man cancel.